Hey there everybody, it's the TheGoofQueen here, and welcome to Sky Factory 2, where creepers can mysteriously get out of their cages. In this episode, we are going to work on expanding our grassy areas to get some more farms put in here, as well as better storage areas for those animals. So stick around while I take care of this guy. Alright everybody, so as I said, we are going to be working on some farms in this episode, because despite still having 2 steps to go in the Stone Age, I don't feel like doing these 2 today, so we're going to go ahead and hop forward to the Farming Age. And so the first things we need to do there are prepare a farming space for several crops, craft a Minicio seed, and then start food farm and a Minicio farm. And I'm also excited about that Minicio farm because those seeds, if you don't know what those do, I wonder if I can find... Whoops! That was an accidental click. Wonder if I can find that about that. So Minicio seeds here are crafted using a regular seed and the Minicio essences that are dropped by mobs. So you can use those seeds to craft almost everything under the sun. You can craft coal, dye, water, fire. That'd be interesting to harvest. Earth, you can literally craft almost anything you want. Redstone and glowstone, I would love to get those online. Because since last time we got this sifting going, this is running along just perfectly. It's doing awesome. But that means that I've kind of slowed down my sifting of dust. So my redstone is low, my glowstone is okay because I haven't been using it. But I could use some extra redstone. So in any case, we are going to get started on the farming space. So if I look over here, I have been trying to stockpile my dirt, partially so that I can make these areas, and partially so that I can go through and sift to get rubber saplings. Why I want rubber saplings will come in a future episode. But if you can see, as I come over here, you should be able to see that I went down here using the... Hello, flying egg. Don't you love magnet mode? Went down here using the water bucket method, which I hate, but it's really useful. So I went down there, made... Oh boy, here come all the eggs. Hatched chickens. Nope. So I came over here and made a little area down just because I thought it would be kind of nice to have these on different planes. You can see, you know, this is 2 blocks lower than that, I believe. Maybe 1. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more dirt laid down, or at least get the birchwood planks laid down on the side. I'm using birchwood just because I feel like using something different. So I'm going to go ahead and get this laid out, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Just accidentally managed to kill a cow. Well, we got an achievement and some leather for it, so I guess it was worth it. But basically, there were a couple of cows standing here, and I swatted at the one, and it glitched back through the fence, so I smacked the other one and thought I could get him through. He still had 2 hits left, and then he jumped off and kind of exploded on that platform down there. So I have some meat, and I have some leather. But anyway, what we want to discuss right now is this platform. So as you can see, I have the dirt all laid down. It's in a 9x9 arrangement, or at least it should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the dirt's 7x7. The platform, including the scaffolding, is actually 9x9. But anyway, I don't have a water source block in here yet, and that is because I'm curious as to whether a sprinkler will actually keep this dirt moist enough that keep this dirt watered enough so that the plants won't pop out of the ground. You know how they do that when they're in dehydrated soil? Because one of the achievements here, we want to start a food farm, but it also says use a sprinkler to water a farm, which would be really nice if I didn't have to worry about that. So if we go over here, not into that chest, if we're looking in our World Domination book, which is where the sprinkler comes from, we can go straight to the sprinkler here, and it says sprinkler will help fertilize crops up to 4 blocks away. It also acts as a water source block, so I'm wondering if we put this sprinkler into that area, would we be able to forego putting water in the middle? I don't know that it would matter too much, you know, to actually dig that out just a little bit lower and put a water source block into it. But if I could avoid it, that would be kind of cool. So I believe what I need to build first is an open blocks tank, and those require obsidian and glass panes. So there's my 4 obsidian, and here are my glass panes. Wonderful. So I should be able to just put those in a cross shape. Not there, because I can't click, and there's 2 tanks for us. Awesome. I am going to need to make some more obsidian soon. That's not what I wanted to put up there. Where can I put leather? Goes in there, and meat goes in there. Excellent. So we have now crafted ourselves a tank, and I was just looking at the sprinkler, but I've forgotten the recipe. So I need 6 iron, 2 iron bars, and a redstone torch. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's just run down here. We needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a couple of those. I think it was 2. It was. So there's our metallic needs. Let's go get our powered needs. So we have exactly 1 piece of redstone. Wow. And let me see here. I used to have quite a few sticks, but I crafted them all into fences, didn't I? Oh boy. Okay, well, we can just make do like this. We'll make some more sticks. There's our torch, bars, and a sprinkler. Excellent. So now I believe we just have to take this tank and fill it up with water, which actually might take a while to... Let me see here. If we run back over here and avoid all of our animals and hop down in here, plunk this down. Oh boy, 1,000 of 16,000. Okay, yeah, this might take a little while. Be right back. Alright everybody, there we have it, a full open blocks water tank. So now, if I go ahead and plonk my sprinkler down... I don't know if it makes any kind of... Oh, it does make particle effects! I was just about to say, I don't know if it makes any kind of effect, and it sure does. It looks like it's hitting all of our areas. It's even going that far. Really, I should try and fill that in with a little more dirt. I could switch these blocks out for the crates instead, and I'm gonna... I almost said I'm gonna get all wet. Oh boy, I'm tired today, apparently. But anyway, this is down, which is awesome. So if I start... tilling the ground here. If I start tilling around here, they will get, they will be on the same plane as that, and it does function as a water source. That's awesome. So I actually brought some potato seeds with me because I thought I had more seeds than this, but I actually didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and plonk those potatoes down. So we have got our food farm started. Not too shabby. It's, I mean, it's not super automated yet, but that sprinkler is just really kind of cool. That's cool looking and just really easy to make, so that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead, run back, grab a bunch of extra dirt to fill in those gaps so we get the maximum yield we can from this area. And I'll probably do a little more sifting, maybe see if we can get a few more seeds in that farm. And I'll see what we're going to be working on next when we come back. Oh, crap. No, 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 no. Please don't throw me off the side. Please don't throw me off the side. Whew. Okay. That is the danger of having horses in front of my fences, and that is why we are going to be moving them all soon. I keep accidentally clicking on them, and I'm really afraid that one of these times they are going to buck me off the side of my platform, which would be a really sad day. But what's not a sad day is this crop farm. As you can see, we have all 4 of our areas almost filled up. We don't quite have our potatoes finished, but I should be able to finish that right about now. So we have all 4 areas finished here. These are potatoes, these are carrots, that's obviously wheat, and this is rice from the Food Plus mod. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to continue growing rice or if I'm going to put something else in here, but for now, it was a good crop, and it looks kind of nice over there in that section. So, the other thing I forgot to mention about this sprinkler is the Open Blocks book actually mentions that you can use bone meal with the sprinkler to increase your growth rates. So as you see, you just right-click on it there like a dispenser and throw some bone meal in, and it helps your crops grow faster. So I'm going to go ahead and just harvest this wheat by clicking right-click here. Because I need some seeds, because the second portion of, please don't make me get on your back, the second portion of the achievements we're working on today is to craft a Minicio seed. Minicio, I'm not sure which one it is. But we have prepared a second area over here. It should be identical to that first one over there. I have a thing about symmetry, I guess. But anyway, we have this nice area here, and I couldn't put a tank here because it appears that without the sprinkler, it does not function as a water source block. That's just the sprinkler. So I just went down here, put a birch plank down there so that I could throw some water in. So anyhow, now that we've got that all figured out and taken care of, I'm gonna throw that egg. We're gonna come over here and craft some Minicio seeds. Now, the recipe for a Minicio seed is pretty easy. It's a Minicio seed here. You just have to put one regular seed surrounded with the Minicio essence, and you get those from mob drops. So our farm over there has been working pretty well for us so far, and that's not the chest there. In there they are. So I can just put my seeds in the middle here and throw some Minicio around it. Oh wow, and we can get an even 8 seeds. That's actually a lot better than I expected to get. And there were some more essences back there, so I can go ahead and craft more, but I want to go ahead and get these planted so they can start growing for me. So let's see, what did I have? 8? How symmetrical do I want to be about this? I feel like I don't care that much, so let me see. If I'm coming in here, it'll probably be quickest to just plonk them down right about here, because then I can come straight in, and there they are. So, we've got those Minicio crops planted. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, evidently Minicio plants are spiky, so mental note, don't step on them. So now that we've figured that out and we've gotten that in place, why don't we think about what we're going to do with these animals and these hobgoblins? Is that what they were? Yes, hobgoblins. Because as much as I like having them, and we need to start breeding cows so we can start, you know, stocking up on some leather supplies, I don't really want them sitting here just all up in the way. If I could get them to spawn here and move somewhere else, that would be wonderful. Or if I could just, you know, manually move them every so often. So, since we've accomplished those things, I think I'm going to take a quick break here, think about what I want to do with these animals, do some research into the best methods here, and I'll get back with you guys when I've figured out a plan. Alright everybody, we are back with what is probably going to be a decision I am quickly going to regret. So I was doing some looking around and I didn't find any really good methods for storing different animals, mostly because I'm too lazy to keep looking through all of the videos that I found about it, but I decided that if I just made a second field and moved... I'm so tired of catching flying eggs. If I made a second field and just moved every animal that's not a cow onto this plot, then it would be okay, because then I wouldn't be grabbing onto any horses, and we could keep our cows up here for the time being. But what is the easiest way to move these animals? There is no way I'm going to try and use seeds to lead these animals through here, but Extra Utilities actually has us covered. If you look up here, we can look up a golden lasso, which, if we go here, says all you have to do is right-click on a passive mob, and they're magically stored, and then you can right-click again to let them go. So that's really, really useful for moving mobs, especially if you don't want to try to lead them around. And it's actually relatively cheap. It's just string, Eye of Ender, and gold nugget, all of which we definitely have lying around. So, if I just come running over here and fail to close my gate behind me, we can go ahead and gather up the ingredients for this. So we've got an ender pearl and some blaze powder. That's to make the Eye of Ender. Awesome. And we needed 4 pieces of string, I believe. And oops, there's still seeds in there. Now let's see, it was like this. And oop, wrong direction. I've added this little staircase so I can just run over top of that. And I believe it was 4 golden nuggets. So if I pop back up here, we can fill this in. And we have a golden lasso. Excellent. Okay, so in theory, if I return over here and come back in this room, if I just right-click on this guy, ooh, it says golden lasso holding a horse. Wonderful. So I can run back this way and deposit him there. Okay, well, this is going to take a little longer than I thought it would, but definitely shorter than trying to lead all these mobs over here. So I'm going to get everybody moved into their proper corner. Alright, for a second there I was worried it wouldn't work on a hobgoblin, but it did. So I'll get everybody moved over to their proper corner, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Alright everybody, the sorting is completed, and we officially have a cow plus 1 dog farm, and a horse and chicken farm. I just realized this dog probably killed all of my sheep. I thought it wouldn't do that once I had tamed it, but I haven't seen any more sheep spawn, so I'm not entirely sure what's happening to my sheep. But anyway, now we can go ahead and we can get all these guys breeding in anticipation for what is coming next episode. Next episode, we are going to leap forward from the farming age into, I forget what it's called. We're going to go from the farming age to the age of exploration by learning how to fly. Yes, next episode, we are going to build a jetpack, and it's going to be pretty awesome. We'll be starting with this leadstone jetpack here, which requires a leather strap. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get my cows breeding up there, so I can have a pretty steady supply of leather until I can get some cow seeds growing in the Minicio farms there. So that's what we're doing next episode, but we should finish this episode up first. So let's go ahead and tick off what we have finished up. So we prepared a farming space, check. We crafted Minicio seed, check. Food farm in Minicio, check. Got a sprinkler done, awesome. And that's as far as we got, but we checked a solid, what was that? Solid 4 things off today, so that's pretty good progress, if you ask me. It's looking pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. That's all I have time for today, so I hope you learned a little bit, and if not, I hope you laughed a little bit. So thank you very much for joining me. That's a wrap.